Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we continue second video 5.4 to configure extended IPv4 access control list. So same as standard access list, the extended access list also have numbered and naming ACL. So for our session today, we are going to configure for both types of extended ACL by using the previous topology. Before we move, we looks what is the difference between standard and extended. So as we know that standard access list just do the filtering based on source address. So that's why when we implement the access list, we choose the router that closest to the destinations. And for extended, so we can filter not just on the source address, we can also filter based on the source and destination address, source and destination port number services. So that's why there are big difference in terms of command. So if we want to configure more complex, or we want to configure based on different types of traffic, then we need to use extended access list. For example, if you are going to filter IP packets, TCP packets, or UDP packets, or any specific types of traffic, then you need to use extended access list, right? Okay, so we look into port number. So we have, for example, we have a port number here, so we can configure FTP, for example, to block, permit, or deny FTP port, FTP data. So port 3, for example, port 3 110, SMTP port 25, telnet session port 23, HTTP port 80 for web. So kita kena faham dan kita kena tahulah dia punya port numbers and port services. Dan juga this kind of port represent either TCP traffic ataupun UDP traffic. Gunakan TCP ataupun UDP port. So kita kena clear kat situ lah. Okay, so let's move into the real configurations. So same as standard. Okay, yang pertama kita nak kena buat dia punya ACE access control list based on the requirement. So kita akan start buat statement. Okay, for example here, as you can see that access list. So after access list, you need to use extended ID, ACL ID. So yang ni start from 100 to 199, and then you need to use permit, deny ataupun remarks, and then you need to choose traffic, sama ada IP, TCP, and then we have source. Okay, source address, source wildcard mask, destination address, destination wildcard mask, equivalence to type of traffic. For example, www is for web, ataupun you can use port 80 lah. Okay, so there are two options untuk kita buat. Okay, after we implement the access control list, we need to apply based on the appropriate interface. For example, here we implement into the interface G0/0/0, we apply inbound to that interface. Okay, so let's start with the configurations. I will use the same topology. As you can see that we have the same topology, three different network here. So I already create the extended ACL policy. So this is the requirement. So we need to clearly understand what is the requirement. So for this example, I will do the configuration just to handle the traffic from 11.0. Okay, so my concern is, for this example, my concern is to configure and do the filtering just for this network 11.0. Okay, so as we can see that this is a policy state number 1. Only admin PC from 192.168.11.0 network is allowed web and FTP access to the web server. Okay, so kita nak admin PC ni, hanya admin PC yang boleh access to the web server, HTTP, boleh browse, and also FTP, boleh connect to the FTP services. Admin PC saja yang boleh, which is IP 100 lah. And then the second policy state that other hosts on this network, 11.0 network, is not allowed to have the web and FTP access to the web server. So maksudnya admin sahaja, others host dekat this network 11.0 is not allowed. Okay, not allowed to apa? Not allowed to have web and FTP. Okay, so others type of traffic is permitted. So yang lain-lain dibenarkan. Okay, so kalau kita tengok dekat sini sekarang ni, kalau kita test so kita akan test dulu sebelum kita implement the extended ACL policy. So kita test dahulu admin. So admin, kalau kita test so kita buka web browser 192.168.20.5. So kita test kepada web server. So kita boleh access. So successful, admin boleh access. So kita try ping. Sepatutnya boleh 192.168.20.5. So ping pun lepas. And also we try to FTP. So FTP 192.168.10.20.5. Okay, typo Right, so the default username and password is Cisco. So FTP lepas, maksudnya admin lepas So kita try for PC number 2. So at this moment, suppose PC number 2 also can have the same access. Right, tune. Okay, so try to ping 192.168.20.5. Yes, successful. And then we try to FTP. Okay, FTP 192.168.20.5. Username Cisco. Yes, be able to enter. Alright, so means that successfully configured. Okay, so we have the connection. So now we are going to configure the ACL. So let's start. Okay, alright, so kita akan configure dekat closest to the source Okay, CLI enable Cisco config. So try to show access list first. So there is no access list configured right now. So we configure the access list now. So yang pertama kita nak buat apa? Kita nak block, kita nak permit dulu maafkan saya, kita nak permit PC, admin PC untuk access web dan juga FTP to the web server. So command ni adalah access list. Okay, you can use extended, so you can use any numbers. So for example, I use 100. Okay, and then what kind of actions we want? So we want to allow admin PC, so we need to use permit. Alright, so next, so what kind of traffic yang kita nak benarkan lah. So as we know that HTTP and FTP is TCP connection, so you can use TCP. So kalau you tahu protokol yang you nak apply itu adalah UDP, so you can use UDP, or you can use IP lah, so any internet protocol. Okay, so here we use TCP. Okay, after TCP, asking for source address and source wildcard mask. So of course, because this admin PC is a single IP, so you can use a host. Okay, TCP host. Source address is 192.168.11.100. Okay, so destinations same sebab kita nak kepada to this directly specific Okay, kalau spesifik kepada 20.5, so kita akan pakai host 192.168.20.5. Okay, EQ equivalence to port 80. Alright, settle for the first part, port 80, and then port, kita try FTP so you can use either using the port number or you can use the port services. Okay, so services adalah FTP. Okay, so kita boleh buatlah port 21 ataupun FTP. Okay. Okay, let's say kita buat macam ni, cantik. Alright, so now kita buat show access list. So we can see that these two access list has been successfully configured to this R1. However, it's still not successful yet sebab kita tak apply lagi to the interface. Alright, so nak apply ke interface, kita ada 3 interface kat sini. So G00, G0/1, serial 0/0/0. So kita kena pilih lah yang mana yang terbaik. Okay, so G0/0 is not related sebab yang ni focus on connected to the network 10.0, tak ada kena mengena dengan 11.0. So kita cuma ada dua option lah, either G0/1 ataupun serial 0/0/0. So nanti saya akan bagi tahu, kita akan test dua-dua interface ni sama ada boleh ataupun tak boleh lah. Okay, so kita dah tahu G0/1 is connected to 11.0. So kita akan apply kepada interface G0/1. Cuma traffic datang ke interface ni dia dipanggil sebagai inbound. So kita akan apply ke interface G0/1. Okay, IP access group 100 incoming traffic. Okay, so bila kita buat macam ni successful lah, kita dah apply. So now kita test. Kita akan do testing sebab kita nak benarkan ACL untuk pergi admin PC untuk access. So kita test admin 192.168.20.5. So admin PC can access web browser. Kita try FTP. So FTP 192.168.20.5. Welcome. So Cisco successful. So admin PC boleh access. Okay. So kita test dekat PC number 2. Okay, 192.168.20.5. Okay, so of course tak boleh sebab kita tak benarkan, dia akan tutup dengan implicit deny. So kalau kita try FTP pun tak boleh. Okay, FTP. So FTP 192.168.20.5 still not successful lah sebab kita buat. But the problem is kita nak benarkan traffic yang lain-lain. Okay, contohnya admin PC hanya boleh access. Okay, yang kedua ni successful sebab other host is not allowed to web access. So memang tak boleh access. But the problem is bukan setakat web and FTP tak boleh access. Yang lain traffic semua tak boleh. Cuma contohnya admin PC ni hanya boleh web dengan FTP kepada web server saja. Tapi kalau dia nak ping, so kita test ping. Is it successful? Quit. So we try to ping from PC admin to server 192.168.20.5. Unreachable. The reason unreachable is because implicit deny. Kita deny semua traffic yang lain-lain lah, which is tak boleh. Sepatutnya kita nak allow. So for the second part, others host is not allowed ni kita dah buat. Cuma others type of traffic ni kita kena apply. Permit statement. Okay, permit statement. Okay, so config T. Okay, so kita tengok dekat mana kita nak apply. So config interface is not allowed access. So other host is not allowed access to the web and traffic. So kita dah benarkan tadi. Kalau kita tengok do show access list. Okay. Cuma ada permit. So apa kita nak kena buat? Kita kena deny lah. Sekarang ni, okay, sekarang ni PC tu deny disebabkan di bawah permit ni dia ada statement implicit deny. Implicit deny dia akan deny semua yang lain. So PC number tu semua akan deny. Okay, sedangkan kita nak deny PC2 ataupun host dekat that 11.0 network, kita nak deny hanya web dan juga FTP. So apa kita kena buat? Kita kena pakai spesifik lah. So kita akan gunakan access list 100, same access list 100. Okay, deny. So kita akan deny. So this time it's not host anymore. Okay, sebab kita nak deny network 11 yang lain-lain. Okay, host yang lain-lain. So kita akan gunakan source address lah. Deny no. Kita akan deny dulu either TCP, yes TCP. Source address 168.11.0 network. So kita akan deny keseluruhan network. So 11 after source address should be wildcard mask. Okay. Kemudian pergi ke destination address which is host 192.168.20.5. Okay. So EQ 80. Okay, lagi satu EQ FTP. Okay, so access list. Now we have these four statement. So kalau kita test sekarang ni, okay, memang dia tak boleh. So sepatutnya sekarang ni kalau dekat command prompt, sepatutnya dia boleh ping, sebab kita hanya cuma block PC number 2 untuk access to web server dan juga FTP. So kalau kita test ping 192.168.20.5 sepatutnya boleh unreachable, because of selepas kita deny yang statement ni, dia akan tutup dengan implicit deny. So there is no permit statement. So apa yang kita nak buat, admin PC pun masih lagi tak boleh ping sebab dia tutup dengan implicit deny. So kalau kita ping 192.168.20.5 from admin PC, masih lagi destination unreachable because of implicit deny. So apa kita kena buat kat sini adalah kita kena tambah after implicit, before implicit deny, last kali statement after 40 sequence 40 kena tambah permit. Okay, so config T access list 100 permit. Okay, so kita nak permit apa sekarang ni? So kita nak permit IP. So permit dengan pilih kan. So kita pilih IP any kind of protocol. Okay, any. So dekat sini kita boleh pilih lah sama ada kita nak masukkan source 11.0 ataupun nak masukkan semua terus. So untuk lebih mudah kita pakai any lah. So any source to any destination. Okay, so any source to any destination, any protocol lah. Alright, so now kita buat macam ni. This statement is very important. Okay, sebab dia dah bagi permission. So kita test PC2 boleh ping ke tak boleh ping. So PC2 now can ping, tetapi masih lagi belum boleh access 192.168.20.5. memang tak boleh access lah sebab kita dah requirement number 2 kita dah memang nak block. Okay, cuma sekarang kita nak test on admin. Admin boleh ping ataupun tak. Alright, so admin akan ping lah 192.168.20.5. Before this admin tak boleh ping juga sebab implicit deny. So now admin boleh ping. Okay, so that is the configurations for extended access list. Okay, so kita tengok what is different between the interface. So show run, kita tengok dekat G0/1. Sekarang ni command ni letak dekat sini G0/1. So dia akan filter this network. Okay, so what happen if we implement outbound to the interface serial 0/0? Okay, so kita akan buat config T interface G0/1 no IP access group 100. So kita akan buang lah inbound. Okay, so kita akan buang. So kita buat do show run. Kita buat do show run. So dah hilang So kita akan letakkan interface serial 0/0/0 IP access group 100 outbound. Okay, and show run. Kita tengok ada tak dekat dalam ni. So implement successful outbound. Outbound sebab dia keluar trafik So sekarang ni filter tu berlaku dekat serial interface keluar. So dia akan filter trafik from 11.0 network and also 10.0 network. So 10.0 network ada effect tak kita tengok. Okey, adakah dia tak boleh akses ataupun boleh? 192.168.20.5. Dia masih lagi boleh akses, boleh ping and so on. Okey, admin PC boleh ping tak? Okey, boleh ping. Successful. PC number 2. Okey, boleh ping, boleh successful. Adakah PC number 2 boleh access web browser? 192.168.20.5. Still unable to access. Maksudnya dekat G0/1 pun boleh, inbound serial pun boleh. Cuma beza antara these two, serial and gigabit interface. Kalau you buat dekat G0/1, so dia akan absolutely filter just network 11.0. Lagi cepat lah. Tapi kalau you implement dekat serial, dia akan filter sekali 10.0 network and 11.0 network. So akan menyebabkan proses tu lebih lewat sikit lah. Tapi masih lagi successful. Okay, so it's up to us to define. Okay, so the best practice, you try to use closest to your source. Okay, which is G0/1. Lebih mudah untuk kita buat configurations. Okay, so for the naming, extended access list. So we configure naming. Before we configure naming, we need to clear dulu configurations. No access list. Kalau kita buat dulu and show access list, ada banyak 4 access list statement kita buat. So config t no access list 100. Okay, interface serial 0/0/0 no IP access group 100 outbound. Okay, and so sekarang ni kalau kita nak test, sepatutnya dah boleh browse lah. Okay, so 192.168.20.5 successful. So sekarang access list dah clear. Okay, show access list 0. So kita akan buat dengan naming pula lah. So config t, kita akan start dengan naming. Okay, so IP access list, so kita akan menggunakan either standard or extended. So kita akan menggunakan extended. So IP access list extended. And then so word you kena bagi nama untuk ni. So kita katakanlah kita buat let's say LAN 1 restriction. Okay, LAN 1 so is on LAN 2. So kita buat LAN 2 restriction. Okay, so LAN 2 restriction. So we provide the name LAN 2 descriptions. So the first yang kita nak kena buat adalah kita kena permitkan. So permit, tadi kita nak permit TCP, and then the source should be admin PC 192.168. Permit host 192.168.11.100. Okay, destination host 192.168.20.5. Okay, kemudian EQ match port 80. Okay, and then FTP. Okay, so permit session settle, and then we need to deny. So deny TCP. So kali ni kita nak deny others network, others host on 11.0 network. So kita akan menggunakan source. Okay, so 192.168.11.0. Okay, wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. Okay, destination host server 192.168.20.5. Okay, EQ 80, FTP. Okay, ataupun you can use port 21. Okay, kemudian kita permit yang lain lah, permit IP. Okay, so permit IP, source address you can use any. Okay, destination any. Okay, so and kemudian kita apply config T interface G0/1 IP access group. So now sama ada you gunakan number extended, standard ataupun you masukkan nama. So kita akan masukkan nama lah. Jadi kita pakai nama. Sekejap, hilang. LAN 1 restriction kan, LAN 2. So this is the name. So kita copy dan kita akan masukkan dekat sini lah, paste. Okay, sebab kita tak inbound. Alright, so end, so kita save. So let's try. So admin PC, web browser 192.168.20.5 successful. Ping 192.168.20.5 successful. So we test for PC number 2, web browser 192.168.20.5 unsuccessful. So FTP 192.168.20.5 unsuccessful. Tak boleh So now kita test ping. Sepatutnya ping boleh. Yes, successful for ping. So that is example of the configurations for extended access control list. So hopefully all of you clear and understand, so you can proceed to study and learn, read the slide provided by Cisco. Okay, I think this is that for our class sessions. So thank you class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.